A born legend. What is a legend? Let's think. A legend is a group of stories or a story unproven, handed down by tradition, usually orally, at times translated from oral fixations to written translations. And so with this, I began.
Rock me, rock me, rock steady. Rock me, rock me, rock me, rock steady. Roll me, roll me, roll me ready.
Operation Rocksteady. My tribute to the United States military. A proud family that the majority of the members of my immediate family have served in from World War I to present day conflict. This is a letter home. Something that is the lifeline between soldier, family, friends, loved ones. And at times these can get a little real. And at times there could be a little bit of fun. It just depends on how much you're willing to let your family know you're doing. Dear Mom, by the time this letter reaches you, I hope you're in good health. Life over here, well, it's not a country club, but it could be worse. Sometimes I wish I was at home. If I miss you, I miss Dad. I miss the dogs. At times, I like it over here. It get a little hot, even hot in the shade. Living conditions are normal, cramped, stinky, and a bunch of dudes in one room. Kind of like the bowling trips we used to take when I was in the bowling league. At times, it can get quite annoying. And some guys in their flatulence, well, yeah, they have no home training. But these are the highlights of the nights. Every now and then we score a DVD. Every now and then we go into town. We're here to stabilize the country. But I be damned. Look like they taking out of our pockets more than we putting in theirs. You know, gas here at one point was $0.25 a gallon. And I laugh when Dad used to give me a $20 bill when I first started driving. $0.25 a gallon, I could use that now and still have money left over. Tell Dad I miss him and I love him. And when I call, stop giving him the phone. He don't want to talk to me and I don't want to talk to him. Just the fact that the phone rang and I was on the other end is good enough for him. A home away from home. November 24th. The young man left home for the first time as an adult. Sitting at a table. And somebody says, "What do you have to be thankful for?" Me? Thankful? I woke up this morning, I have life, I'm breathing. And then subconsciously, it hits. Mom won't be making butter rolls today. Won't be frying the turkey in the fryer. The dressing, well, won't be none of that here. No cranberries. No cool talk about the football game. No little kids running around tugging at the shoestrings. But you're thankful for your family. The brotherhood. The sisters that you didn't even know existed. And your mind. The table. It's beautiful. Spread out. But in reality, you're sitting around a campfire. Steam pockets, MREs being handed out. 'Cause for you, Thanksgiving is a working day. Thanksgiving is a day that you're thankful that you're still alive in a God-forsaken awful battlefield where most people's minds, well, they tie a yellow ribbon around the tree. And they say prayers that say, Lord, please bring him, her, them back home. But don't you realize the enemy doesn't sleep? So the enemy uses holidays to be classic days to attack, but we have been fortified for the holidays, so therefore we worry about nothing. We have the saw mounted and ready to go, the 50 cal locked and loaded, and the M16s, well, go ahead. We got rounds for you. But right now, we're eating chicken casserole, straight out the bag, literally, cooked by steam. Add a little water. Your canteen may seem empty at times, but right now, it's the best clear liquid you could have in your soul, because your brotherhood is looking at you and you're looking at them, and that's all that y'all have to hold on to. That's all that you have to keep strong to while the memories fleetly escape. Holidays no longer become holidays. They become paid working days. And if you was home, you may have a 9 to 5, or it may be a drop hour day, or it may be just a classic working day of 8 to 4. But out here on the front lines, it's an all day, every day, hurry up and wait hustle day. And right now, I'm thinking, what's mom doing? What's dad doing? Are they over at my sister's house? What's the conversational topics on the table right about now? But on the outside, I'm cold pressed, looking through the field glasses to see what's moving beside the sand. 'Cause I promise you, it ain't even Christmas yet, but I'm coming home. And Thanksgiving, well, I don't see no feathers over here, so you ain't gonna pluck me off. So as I sip from my camelback, strapped to my back with my rucksack, yeah, by now you done already figured it out. Thanksgiving is a day on patrol, door knocking, exercise, seeing who's home, raiding other people's houses just because we have to make sure that the security zone stays tight and is always measured by the circumference of our actions. So even on the holidays, we can't have a full spirit. But believe it, that yellow ribbon around that tree, that's me. Man separated. Man re-envisioned. That yellow ribbon, well, not today. It won't be a memorial, but today, I wish I was at home. Pumpkin pie, turkey, candied yams, cranberries, and a god awful dish with the melted marshmallows on top. Then I could see my father. I could look at him. I could hold him. I could smell him. In the look of my mother's eyes. But right now, I'm on patrol. So I got one eye down the scope, one eye closed, breathing slowly for whatever moves. I'm gonna give him a Thanksgiving holiday present. Sleeping. As visions dance in your head, similar to the good old days. Awaiting care packages hand delivered by Santa himself, courtesy of the USO. You open your right eye and you see your band of brothers. You turn over to your right and you see him looking, watching, posted, just a few feet from where you lay, ever vigilant, making sure that nothing happens to the kids as they sleep. Red face weathered by the sands of storms of time. Eyes that could pierce a soul. It was almost as if Chief could look right through you and pierce you at the same time. He could see the soul. Chief, the man you aspired to be like, ever so clearly. 5'6" frame, weighing about 200 pounds solid. He's kneeling, watching. You roll back over. For just a few more hours from now, you will be sitting at a lunchroom table. Your name will be called out, and hopefully your family has sent care packages that you have long awaited for. 18 months of a pure blissful trip of hell coming to an end. And you think, if I was home, I'd be at the bar. Scotch. Neat. Rolling it around at the bottom, looking at it. Wondering what's going to happen the next day. But we all know these days are far too unpredictable to see the future. So deployments come and you do your job. But while you're here, your mind never escapes home. Your mind never escapes the video phone calls. Sometimes muted. Conversation, well, is somewhat rhetoric. The kids look forward to seeing Daddy on the video screen, and they look forward to having their voice dance through their head like it was the best audio track ever made by a rock star. The pressures of the world ease upon your spine. The pressures of life being departed from your house ease upon your shoulders. You pause and you think, Christmas Eve next year I won't be here. But yet you get stopped, lost like the list of soldiers that tried to leave but couldn't leave, and they stuck here with you, and now your family's gotten bigger and it's got the same problems that your family at home's got. It's got those same arguments amongst each other, those same grimy, grumbling, unthankful individuals. Why am I still here? Well, I can't go home. You can't go home, so why should I go home? Heated debate spark at the moment's flare. And you think, if only they knew it was Christmas Eve. You curled up on your rucksack for a pillow. You're using your K-bar for your knife just to cut the imaginary turkey. For you already know when you get to that lunch table, it's got to be a perfect picture. It's got to be like you're at home, so everybody wakes up and it's Christmas Day. The night, well, it had its problems. Bravo Company lost 2. Charlie lost 1. The base was hit on the rear perimeter. You got a down pilot somewhere. It's business as normal, like the office never closes. And this is your Christmas. And you stop, pause, and think. When does it stop? When does the faces of the family that you have almost long but forgotten, except for the pictures in your wallet or your top left breast pocket, or for some of us that have gotten creative, the pictures that we've taped to our rifle stocks and butts. Those pictures remind you of the humanity that you once knew, the humanity that you once held, the humanity that made you who you are. Now and then. For it's all too common that war changes the soul of a man, so that a man has been scarred by war will never see war as the same as a person has never picked up a gun. But hell, around these parts, everybody got a gun. The Departed. You may think this tradition looks cool. You might think that this tradition makes a great tattoo. You might even think that this tradition belongs to you. But this tradition, well, it's paid for. See, the boots that you look at that are worn symbolizes the troops' last deployment, the last mission, the last march. So they're worn. For most of us, we don't always buy the freshest boots. We buy the boots that are comfortable for the job to get the job done. So that pair of boots might last us a longer time than yours does, but that's why they're tired. They've been tried, ran through, muddied, bloodied, sweated, and now cried upon. See, that rifle with the K-bar stuck in the ground, well, that was his weapon. That helmet, that was his. So understand that this tradition is not to be the coolest. It is the ultimate form and sign of respect. Somebody that paid the price for freedom and legacy, to be a legendary individual, to do extraordinary things, to be passed down by oral traditions, to not be forgotten. See, that name is now attached to an image that you have fixed upon anything that you choose to have it, so that it looks cool, but you don't understand these traditions. These traditions symbolize life from the beginning to the end. That final bell tone, that final ringtone, that final doo. As everybody around this individual is yelling, the suppression fire that goes downrange to suppress those that are trying to suppress the medic. See, it's a tradition. And when that body gets picked up, and it is prepped for the final move, it goes into a coffin draped with a flag, and then it is watched over by those that watch over us in the coffin. No, I did not want the pomp and circumstances, but these are my circumstances, so these are my accolades. See, I would much rather be like you and still be able to pin my medals upon my chest. See, we could talk and joke about being buried in the front leaning rest, but ain't nothing cool when you sitting there at attention and your eyes won't open and your mind is gone and your body's emptied and you will no longer know the touch of home. That last embrace and that last kiss from her or him. Only to be seen now as a toy soldier in his finest dress uniform and his finest haircut and his finest hour. It's like being birthed all over again just for the simple edification of the worship of your life. So dearly departed, this is for you. This is your last one, too, to those that don't understand the rituals, to those that don't understand. You'd rather be any place than where you are right now, to be walking above land. My prayer. May my nights upon life be as numerous as the stars. May you guide my helm with my hand. May my vision never fail, nor get blurry in the times of test. May you watch over my crewmen. And if one must go, I ask that you pick me. For what better love does a man have than to lay down his life for his brothers? I pray that my finger stays as steady as my breathing, as my eye through the scope when I hit the trigger. Pull. May my aim be rock steady. May my aim be as yours. Shot. May my footsteps be protected by your hands. And may the Kevlar upon my body be as strong as your will. May my heart breathe the seriousness of your life with Godspeed and judgment. I ask that you protect me, enlighten me, show me the ways of errors so that I may not make them. Allow me to be your willing instrument of peace and at times destruction. The sanity of a man is only tested upon the test of insanity, and to do things over and expect a different outcome will most certainly prove to be insanity. So I ask you for your wisdom, your judgment, your speed, your strength, your character. For when I make this leap and move forward from this point, may my feet come back facing this point upward. As I stand erect, I shall return standing erect. And this we ask in your name. Amen.